little bit of this deck. Sandman has been on the decline post nerf. Let's bounce some hit monkeys. Glad you're having fun with it, gals. Hey, Mad Max, 6 for the 2/3 of a year. Moot, thank you for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Is Sandman dead? I don't know that I'd say Sandman is dead so much as it's back where it belongs now in... This is a more niche card that is an actual safety valve instead of a best deck in the format. Sandman type stuff should just never be the best deck. Anybody that has a second there, please click on Restless Iv's account and report them for promoting chatbots and spam. Appreciate it. Any thoughts on trying the Stature Hawk deck? I really just don't have a lot of... I really don't feel like playing that deck, though, if I'm being honest. It seems just okay. Answer that. They were just a spam bot promoting buying views.
Victory.
Well, with the Beast teed up in hand already, we're not playing Hood out into Death's Domain yet. We'll lead on the Iceman in the middle. We can go Hood into Beast. They did not communicate if any of the upcoming cards are going to be permanently Series 5. That still remains to be seen. These are locations, yep. Oof, seriously? Are we just hitmonkeying this turn then? Because even if they like juggered on us, some of them are probably going into Death's Domain, right? Now, it is noteworthy that we are losing to Dr. Doom here. Play Nick Fury and see if we can wrangle up a Dr. Doom of our own.
I still believe in heroes.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Alright, we'll punt one cube to a Dr. Doom.
Victory.
We're gonna play some of the Nimrod Sarah deck from today's video at some point today. Yeah, probably. If you're new to the live stuff, we usually change decks every hour or so. So we had a few different things. Yeah, speaking of new things, we're gonna be doing a sponsored segment for Honkai Star Rail at the end of the stream today. It's a sponsorship through the bounty board, so that means it pays me out based on how many people hang out during the sponsored segment. So if you want an easy way to support my content that doesn't cost you anything, stick around through the end of the stream today to help my viewer count through the non-snap content. Reno Jenkins, thanks for the 5 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. And Jellybean Warlock, thank you for the over 3 years. Good morning, good morning. What's going on, Aaron? Thanks for hanging out for 13 months. Appreciate it. Yeah, I play a ton of Genshin Impact, so I'm curious to see what their turn-based thing from the same company looks like. Jay Bay, thank you for the half a year. I compete in the Pet Mansion here. Angela and Ant-Man's probably fine. Ace of Farts, thanks for the 7 months. Yeah, and if you're someone that's been playing Star Rail, there are Twitch drops enabled for that game, which means if you are watching and you link your account up, you'll get some freebies while you hang out. Ben J, thank you for the 5 months, appreciate it. And Jerkman, thank you for the 6 months. They said they're supposed to come to PlayStation at some point. Which, if it's a game that I'm gonna stick with, I hope that's the case too, because I play most of Genshin on my PS5. Oh! We made my Mysterio bigger, that's nice. Am I moongirling? We're probably not doing viewer submissions this week because, we're probably not doing viewer submissions this week because I don't really feel like doing them this morning, and then I'm not going to take any until I'm infinite in the next season. You're curious how the gacha model works in Star Rail. My understanding is that it's almost identical to how Genshin is structured, which makes sense considering it's from the same makers. Meaning they have a rotating character banner that resets every X amount of time, that you're more likely to get the character on that banner. So, I'll be playing Star Rail for the first time today, but I have a lot of experience with Genshin. Okay, so they're kind of +3 on the left, so they're at 9 there. But I'm +4, meaning I'm at 18. I think I just do this and soak 2 here and go to 20. Because that beats up Thanos. Oh, Valk gets us. Yeah, GG. Man, close game too. They didn't really have much on the left for the Valkyrie. If I'd have just soaked a little bit more, we'd have won. Hood into the Eternity range doesn't really matter because we're a Carnage deck, so if we get a rock there, we can just, like, eat it up. No, first play session is today, 9. Babe. So with Bishop especially, we want to play the demon out with the beast in order to get the extra triggers here. Actually, the wasp is a free roll as well, right? Gives us an extra point here. Enchantress doesn't accomplish anything. I've already Killmongered, so I can play this demon out and feel pretty good about it. That's a Moon Girl. Unfortunately, the way our hand lines up here, I can't really copy anything profitably. I think I just go ahead and do this so I get bonuses on these, but not fully commit, letting them know how much power we're going to have here. And then we'll soak so we can She-Hulk next turn.
All systems go.
Okay, so I think at this point, I just assume I'm losing the right to a Shang-Chi, since Bishop got big. Honestly, I should have, well, I guess I have priority anyways. If I would have not played the Iceman, I'd be down 5. I should have not played the Iceman, because then we would have dodged priority. I think we're still okay to win here playing like this. Because Hitmonkey is going to be 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. This is 10. Honestly, I'd probably put the Wasp in the middle. This is 14. This is 13. So I assume we're losing the left to Shang. And then we'll win center and right. And if they don't have Shang, we're probably winning the right or the left. So yeah, there's your Shang. What else you got? Yeah, that's not nearly enough. This is a really ambitious day. I guess they just couldn't pass up. Wow, they thought 6 was gonna win the middle. All right. Alrighty. I thought when they flipped these up, they were gonna split these at least, but that is ambitious plan. You know if they plan to add more splits colors or background effects. Yeah, they said eventually they plan to, but they haven't given a timeline or examples of what they intend to do. Would Bass be a decent inclusion in this deck? I mean, in general, unless I'm doing a viewer submission, if I'm not playing a card, I think it's because it's not worth playing. And like in this particular deck, the 2 primary reasons why I don't think Bast is good in here is 1, we have She-Hulk, and I don't want to Bast my She-Hulk. And 2, I have Carnage to take advantage of things like the Hood body and the extra Mysterio things that are lying around. So not only does Bast have anti-synergy with She-Hulk at the top end of our curve, but we already have something to leverage other things that Bast would be giving us an advantage for. Okay, that's a decent pickup. Hoping to draw Carnage here so we can go Hood into Carnage on the left. So Nebula is Lizard as a 1-drop. I've heard some really incredibly shit-brained Twitch chat takes, but that one might actually be towards the top. Please, for the love of God, take your 10-minute timeout and go read Nebula. I don't know what you think Nebula or Lizard do, but those are some very different cards. About what time will we start with Honkai? About 1 p.m. Central, so about 3 hours, or sorry, about 3.5 hours. So those two cards are not remotely the same. Going on, Wiener. Thank you for the 20 months. Welcome back. Galactus is just Nebula as a 6-drop, though, right? Yes, that's true. Galactus is just Nebula as a 6-drop. Cosine. Oh, what a game. What a game. They both encourage your opponent to fill the lane. Sure. But if your opponent fills the Nebula lane, you played a 1 energy 3 power thing. Whereas if your opponent fills the Lizard lane, you played a 2 energy 1 power thing. So yeah, I guess the incentive is kinda similar, but the end result of what happens with that incentive couldn't be more different.
Wind, aid my hand.
There's Streamer 2. Yeah, it looks like it. Hey, Therish. Thanks for sticking around. Both our decks have a lot of crap in them. Can we win this? Can we win left and right's the question. Maybe? Sure. Got him? Got him. Hey, congrats on a new personal best, Brickhouse Hamilton. Thanks for the quarter of a year. Yeah, today is gonna be a double video day over on the YouTube side. So there's a Nimrod deck highlight up there from this morning, and this afternoon I have a top Nebula decks to try video, along with a highlighting some good synergy cards. Morning, Shinobi. So, I could technically fill the raft this turn, but I think I'd rather wait, because if I do it next turn, I can, like, Wasp and then Carnage. Which is better, I think. I might snap them, too, because we're gonna get to Moon Girl, our free 0. I had 85 last week, and my MMR, it got exponentially more sweaty than the 70s. Yeah, I've talked about that on stream before. I think rank 80 is where things really start to scale up in terms of difficulty. Is Bishop bigger than Moon Girl? Bishop will be bigger than Moon Girl, right? Because we're gonna play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are they Brood here? We could be in trouble. Those are Mystique plus a 1-drop. That's a 1-drop. They can move. Smart. With Angela drawn, I'm going to play Moon Girl in the middle, so that way we can play Angela plus a bunch of stuff after it here. We just do this, right? So it's 3, 4, 5, 10. If they fill this here with 7s, this is 28. I'm going to 24, 30. Casual 30 power left. Is double monkey better? Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? I could have monkeyed instead of Angela. Yeah, it's a good shout. If I monkey instead of Angela, we're +4 here. That's fine. I counted, I knew we were good. But you're right. Yeah. Hey, we also got the win all 3 mission done. Nailed it. We're trying to avoid Shang. No, there's Cerebro too. We're not playing around Shang. By the way, because I'm a man of the people, I sent feedback to my second dinner contact telling them that putting a win all 3 locations mission as the last mission of the season needs to not happen again. It's a fine mission if you like put it earlier in the season, because like you'll eventually incidentally do that if you just like play enough games, but like it should definitely not be the last one, giving people very limited time to do it. I think missions that are harder to accomplish are like fine in the first 2 weeks, and maybe even in the 3rd week of the season, depending on what it is. But the last mission of the last week of the season should definitely not be a harder one to accomplish. William Wilson, thank you for the 5 months, by the way. Appreciate that. Ooh. So we're going to get to Moon Girl, copy Hitmonkey, and Wasp. Which means our end game Hitmonkeys will get to go quite crazy. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think I'd rather copy Wasp than She-Hulk. It's close, though.
Wind, aid my hand.
If I do this, She-Hulk costs 2. Okay, so they're Surfer. Which should mean that they're locked out of Crimson Cosmos, right? They're snapping me? Really? It could be Juggernaut? I guess, but if they Juggernaut me, I probably win the left, right? Well, I'm snapping back. I'm definitely staying. What a weird snap. Like, their deck is very obviously Surfer. They just think I couldn't beat 26 on Nidvaler after Moongirling? We literally beat them with 2 cards. Sure.
Victory.
You choose a deck to try hard climb to infinite in the early days, what would it be? I don't try hard climb. Also, I don't really know that we know what the established best thing is at the moment. Icebox. Rude. You get Icebox to get in here, potentially, too. I think I'm doing this. And then I'm going to, like... Well, I was going to Sunspot. I think I'm doing this now. I think we do this, and then we pass on... And then we pass on 5. We get to a She-Hulk Triple Demon on the last turn. Okay, so they dodged an Iceman, but we got the Demon and our Moon Girl, right? Oh my god, they hit our Demon again. Not having priority here was so brutal. Yes, the fact that the Kirby crackles get more intense as you bounce things is, it's definitely something. Yes, I'm not going straight through. The last couple times I tried to stream straight through, Snap, like, died on me mid-afternoon, so I'm done trying that. I think I'm just gonna play for all 3 here. Just make him have to hit a good card on the Dracula. This win all 3 locations mission is so easy, chat. We did it twice in 20 minutes. Here's your deck if you're struggling to do that mission, chat. Put lots of big numbers into play, huh? Yeah, stream plan for today is we're going to stream Snap for another 3.5 hours. We're going to check out some Honkai Star Rail as a sponsored segment. You want an easy way to support my content, hang out for that. It's a new turn-based RPG on Android, iOS, and Windows from the makers of Genshin Impact. And then I will be back tonight just before 10 p.m. Central to stream at the season rollover. Good on, Tasty Lemon Drop, 6 for the 3rd of a year. The shirt looks cool. Yeah, Pokemon has a MOBA game that a lot of people don't realize exists, and I was a part of their esports broadcast team for their first year. So I've got a couple of jerseys hanging out from stuff that they sent me. Now, unfortunately, Cloak is typically indicative of Galactus, so good chance that this is bad for us. Play out the... Oh, I should play out Hitmonkey, actually. That's what we should do. That's better. Could still be Galactus, but a Nimrod Galactus. Here. It's a damn shame we're limited to playing here. Otherwise, I'd be able to Moon Girl copy my Hitmonkey. They could be a Destroyer gamer, too. But Galactus is most likely. I'm gonna put 3 things over here. Just for the sake of, in case they're Destroyer, I want to have the most things here. And then we're putting a ton of stats over here. We don't have priority, so I think if my board gets Galactus, they don't count towards Bishop. I guess we'll find out. Do they count for Hitmonkeys, the question? They do. Okay. Alright, so they didn't trigger Bishop, but they triggered Hitmonkey, which was all we needed.
Victory.
Yeah, so we're covered on both Galactus and Destroyer there. This build of Galactus is so much more fair, and as a result, it's much worse. People often ask me, Jeff, what would be a good rebalance for this card? I think restricting this to only being played on turn 6 would make it a very fair and reasonable thing. Is there any room for Bast in this deck? Yes, I think Bast is great in this deck. That's why I'm not playing it. Cat, stop trying to Bast. Stop trying to Bast my She-Hulk. Stop trying to Bast my She-Hulk. She's a lovely lass. She likes her 9 points of power. We're vibing. Okay. I think we do this and snap because I get to Moon Girl copy my... zero next turn, right? Says local man about to draw Destroyer. Okay, that's not bad. Opponent's leaving.
Victory.
Cubes in the bank, chat. Cubes in the bank. Ooh. Is this a turn 4 Mysterio Hitmonkey, turn 5 Beast These back angle? I think it might be. Not gonna get to She-Hulk this game, so we do need to figure out, okay, how are we winning another location that's not where Hitmonkey is? Do we play She-Hulk? They do this. You want a She-Hulk left? I guess that does win left. We could just spread out and try and play for all three again. This is a 16 power Hitmonkey in the middle, putting us to 20 here. It gives us such thin margins here, and here's the problem. So this one could break either way. They played for right, but only with a couple of points, so we have 8 power there, so I think we're good to go. Yeah, okay, cool.
Victory.
Hey, Dell keeps swinging. Dell keeps winning. Thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back. All right, we want a bunch of cubes with that one to start. I think I want to do something different. I need Gamora and Arrow boosters. Let's play a little bit of this one for a little bit. No, no, an Untapped is going to release an Android tracker soon, TM. It's such a bad beat that our deck with infinite 5-drops is getting Dream Dimension. Feels Marvel Statman. Maybe I should have Enchantress the left here, actually, instead of trying to Stegron into the negative zone. Yeah, I should have Enchantress last turn. It's a shame Jeff cost 6,000 tokens. I would argue that outside of the Perpetually Series 5 cards, Jeff is the best card you can buy with tokens right now, so. He is likely going to be an omnipresent 2-drop in the format. I usually avoid trying to feature too many Series 5 cards in my videos, but I'm gonna be honest. He just goes in so many decks, you're gonna see Jeff in a lot of the decks that I highlight. And I don't know that he goes in every deck, but I think any deck that's like again, he's just like a lizard or scorpion style card. Where it's like, all right, this could go wherever you need just a generically good curve filler. Our deck's like pretty good into Murray Isle because we get to deploy things there and then spread them out. I don't know. I think a lot of people are overstating the Lizard nerf. I think especially in tandem with the Enchantress buff, Lizard is mostly the same card it was before. The Snap devs have not communicated new Perpetually Series 5 cards, and again, they did not communicate in advance that Kang was going to be Perpetually Series 5 until a couple days before he released, so I would not be holding my breath on communication for that anytime soon. I think you will play Jeff the Baby Land Shark way more than you play Kang, is an accurate statement. I was gonna play Miles here. Just get him charging up on the island. Well, they could have literally any of our cards. This wins the game. Maybe also like Gamora plus move Vision. Assuming 11 doesn't hold in the middle, but 11 might hold in the middle. So close. Not having Enchantress in the 75% of our deck that we drew. It's pretty big sad. Bring me Thanos. Thank you for the $5. Welcome back. And a new personal best on the ladder this season playing this deck. Yeah, I think this deck's super reasonable. Was it the same person 3 times in a row? I have no idea. I don't really keep track of usernames. Alright, we're playing against, a what's it called deck. Let's see if we can be lucky enough to draw our thing this game. Our Enchantress. The old Patriot. Did you buy the cats or dogs bundle? I bought both of them. I buy every bundle that has a better currency ratio than, I buy every bundle that has a gold to currency ratio better than buying credits every day directly. It sucks that we didn't draw Jeff or Nightcrawler here, because I can't, if I don't play Miles this turn, I guess I'm just doing this, but it doesn't feel great. Alright, we're gonna draw Enchantress finally. Copium. Do you still buy credits and refresh missions daily? No. Once you hit collection complete, you don't have to spend nearly as much to stay collection complete. I'm sitting on 30,000 collector's tokens here, so what? I literally have enough to buy every release this month, and I'll buy the bundles to make this keep going up. So I probably could even skip buying some of the lower quality bundles for a little bit, just because I've got so much saved up. The fact that Kitty Pride gave us back tokens with interest really buffered me out for a little while. You choose the same variants of the shop. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the shop is bugged with regards to being collection complete, because it's not supposed to show a variant on the right side, but it does. This deck originally had Polaris over Zabu. Did it? I don't think that's true. Maybe? I don't remember. It's hard for me to articulate specific changes. I play so many different decks, so we're often just trying things. What are the May series drops supposed to be? I cover the cards that are downgrading this list in my tier list video. Is Kitty Pride coming back tomorrow? No, there is no patch with the season rollover. That's really something they need to, I feel like they need to fix. I really feel like that's such a common confusion. People really don't understand that there are not patches with season rollover. Yes, OTA adjustments every Thursday as long as there's not a patch that week. So there'll be OTA updates this Thursday, as well as the following Thursday on the 11th. And then our next patch is due on Tuesday the 16th, so there won't be OTAs on the 18th because of the Tuesday patch. So the 10 months, 3 Deuce, appreciate it. Maybe we should have Polaris over Zabu. I have a lot of... I only have 2 Zabu targets in here, right? I don't remember putting Zabu in this deck over Polaris. But Polaris making Kraven better is definitely a real thing. They played Swarm out. It's an interesting choice. How is the standing stream working out for you? Any results? I don't know what you mean by results, right? Like, what are you expecting me to say there? I've been using a standing desk on stream for like almost the entire decade I've been streaming, so. A little confused by the question, I guess. Our Kraven's gonna be large, our Lizard's going to be small. Fair trade. When you're Kraven... When your Kraven triggers a fast forward. We'll move Jeff so we can Gamora plus Miles. Nice, sometimes lucky. Miles don't care about no Iceman. Hit Steg! Hit Steg! We all shoot. Yes, I require apology. I think their comment, was that a first time chatter comment? It wasn't. That's so, people that randomly follow and unfollow streams is so weird to me. Especially if you're gonna like end up back in the game category.
Victory.
Does it really cost you something to like leave the follow on the channel in between? I was gonna do Polaris. Maybe we should make the follower mode longer to discourage unfollowing and refollowing randomly. Oh, it's currently at 0 minutes. Let's do 10-minute follower mode to discourage people from following and refollowing randomly. LBB, thank you for the 2 years. Welcome back. Depending on the amount of ads I unfollow. I mean, for reference, I understand unfollowing people you don't ever intend to watch again, but it's weird to like follow, chat for a little bit, and then you refollow again later when you unfollow when you're done chatting, is what I'm saying. Isn't it like second or third triple repair this morning? They really need to fix their fucking pairing algorithm. It's so bad. Those in Infinite are getting less bots, but as a result, repairs are happening more frequently. I mean, as someone who's been Infinite many times, the change in the pairing algorithm they did recently really didn't result in more repairs. Lots of repairs have been an issue for a while now. If one card in hand? No, I was intentionally avoiding starting Star Rail off stream, so I wanted to have the first set be the on stream. Oh, I guess Stegrod's just gonna hit people back and forth here though, right? Because he copies? I wasn't even thinking about that. The net result was less power here, but... Sure.
Victory.
What standing desk do I have? I have an uplift brain standing desk. Yeah, the electronics on it are kind of crap. It has like a keypad with like presets and stuff on it, and half the time the presets don't work. Just like cuts out halfway through and goes back to the previous one or something. It's gotta have some kind of short in it. I contacted their support forever ago about trying to get it fixed, but they were just a giant headache, so I just deal with it. It's one of those things where it's just like, it's not annoying enough to buy a new $700 desk, but it's like annoying enough that I would be like, yeah, if you're in the market for a new one, get one, not this. I never played a gacha game before, but Star Rail has been a ton of fun. I think Hoyoverse and Genshin Impact, and it sounds like Star Rail's modeled after Genshin Impact's economy, are pretty incredibly fair and reasonable ways to approach the gacha system. They're much better than games like Raid Shadow Legends and like Strike Force and other ones. I was shocked the first time. I was shocked the first time I played Genshin, how reasonable the monetization was. Streamers that require a follow to chat are so weird. Or you're a fucking shithead who knows nothing about this industry, and requiring a follow to stream is actually the bare fucking minimum to not get your channel constantly spammed by goddamn bots. So maybe I'm weird. That's probably true. But also, you don't fucking understand the industry at all. So maybe reserve casting judgment on something you very clearly know nothing about. Dear Lord, please someday grant me the confidence with which shitheads will say things that are incorrect on the internet. Someday, I wish to be as confident as them. It's just so incredibly free to be like, I don't know the answer to that. Die to the lockjaw buff here. Yeah.
Mjolnir, to me.
Why would you make me do this thing that costs nothing and gives you a metric that some advertisers care about? To allow me to chat. Just like, I don't know. Yes, yeah, like if you literally have more than 0 people watching your stream, you should have at least 0-minute follower mode on, because it's an extra hoop for bots to jump through. Chatting's over it anyways. That's true for most people. I think a lot of people that chat regularly on Twitch streams don't realize that 90% of people that watch Twitch streams don't chat. My average streams have somewhere between 10 and 15,000 unique viewers that come through over the course of a day. And on average, you have somewhere between like 1,000 and 1,500 chatters, unique chatters. Depending on the channel, chat can be particularly... Depending on the channel, chat can actively take away from the experience too. What's going on, Hooligan? Yeah, there's a lot of folks like Hooligan. They've been following since November 25th, 2022, right around when Snap started, and that was their first chat message. That is the average case experience for a lot of people on Twitch. Is you're hanging out, but you're not necessarily chatting. Nothing wrong with that. I think they're gonna have a hard time filling Mojo World with the average Cosmo armor deck, so I'm gonna play Lizard here, even though obviously it's bad if they fill. I guess Limbo maybe changes that calculus. Have a big old cup of get fucked, bud. Big old lizardy cup of get fucked. Yeah, thanks for checking out, bud. Good to have you. Oh yeah, I hit inked on my vision over the weekend, chat. This was a 4th split inked too, which is just like delicious chef's kiss inked. What if I Craven here and we Enchantress here? Just gotta keep them on their toes. Have a big old cup of get fucked, bud. This is just really not their day, chat. Really not their day. Oh boy. Oh baby. Oh man, that's the good stuff right there. I really feel like I probably should have bought them dinner before that. Mostly Magi. I missed your resub a couple minutes ago. Thank you for that. Good to have you back. You must have been rambling or something. I don't remember saying Lucas Dragon either. Thanks for the 35 months. Tempo Enchantress is a mean lady. Yep. I mean, she was already getting rid of the armor. Just getting the Professor X and stealing the Titania was just like extra icing on the cake there. They were stream sniping them. Let me close their stream out over here. Was lurking in their chat. Someone asked what I think of Nebula decks. I'll have an afternoon video up today talking about cards that synergize good with Nebula for deck building, and then a couple of deck examples in there. Also, as the stream title implies, today's going to be a double stream day. Because the reset moved back to 10 p.m. Central, I am not going to do like a 15-hour stream. I'm too old for that, chat. But we're going to... we're gonna stream for 5 or 6 hours today, some Snap and then some Honkai, and then we're going to leave for a little bit and come back tonight. No specific install tutorial thing for Honkai. That's a good one. That kind of means I don't want a Polaris though, right? Do I mean 10 Central? Yeah, 10 Central this evening. Because of daylight savings time. I want a Polaris Dark Tower. I think I might Polaris the Project Pegasus, right? If we're lucky, we grab this squirrel instead of one of these. This could open up them to do something against Dark Tower, but they also have Goose there and their Dr. Doom's used up, so I think we're okay. Like if I move Nightcrawler and then Miles into the Dark Tower, we should be good to go. Jubilee, Killmonger, weird. Now, the really unfortunate part here is that I can't play Miles for one this game now because they killed my... I guess I could Arrow, but I kind of want Vision to the Stark Tower.
All systems go.
Okay, sure. Jeff. Jeff's actually a solid draw here, right? Because he lets me play 2 cards out with Miles. Oh, I can't play this in the middle. It's fine, right? This probably wins. Plus 12 here. Oh, there's Shang-Chi. Lucky. Can we play for all 3? Yeah, I guess maybe that's the line, huh? Maybe to play around Shang. I guess we end up losing the breaker though, huh? Shang Lizard's pretty good. Weird collection of cards. There's gonna be a lot more Killmongers when the season rolls over. Every Nebula deck in my video today also has armor in it. I think armor with your Nebula is going to be a requirement if you're looking to play your new season pass card tonight. Between the Enchantress buff making Sarah more popular and just people wanting to play spoiler, fully expect Killmongers to be out in force. Will Electra resurface? Nah, Electra's just worse than Killmonger. It's like the TLDR. I think they're unlikely to play into the face down. So I'm gonna go Craven Arrow here to trigger the Craven. Obviously, we could get in some trouble if this is something like Oscorp Tower or Murder World, but statistically, I think this is the right play. Hey, Tokyo. Actually, almost 3.5 years. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Enchantress on Blue Marvel rudes their Cerebro bonus. Oh, they don't have it though. That's fine. We should be good to go here. I'm eating a crunchy snack, so I'm like muted. Sorry about that. Close game. What card am I most looking forward to in the May season? I mean, High Evolutionary is like 7 card releases in one, right? So that one. Yeah, I think Craven is quite good with the addition of Jeff to the game. We like finally have this critical mass of things that incidentally trigger it by moving. Give me that extra slot on the cloning match might actually be bad here. There's a good chance we're just dead. High Evolutionary is the last release, right? They haven't actually announced the official release schedule yet. Yes, I do have Taco Hulk at the ready. Oh, we're gonna get bugged. That's so sad. Our copied Miles isn't going to cost the appropriate amount. Edge. This Miles is supposed to cost 1, which is realistically costing us this game. It's Edge. It's a bug that's confirmed that'll hopefully get patched this month.
Escaped.
Ink Miles. We had Ink Miles for a little bit. Vision Inked is new this weekend. I got him with my Cats and Dogs credits. Has this bug been around since Miles released? So, it was bugged when Miles released, and then they fixed it, and then it regressed at some point. Don't ask me when exactly, because I stopped playing Miles decks for a little bit until Jeff released. But it did work properly at one point. Unfortunately, I don't have priority here, so I can't arrow their Galactus. So we'll just hope they don't have it.
Kneel before Galactus. Escaped.
Yeah, Ironlad Galactus will definitely be an experience. I think trying to climb from 93 to Infinite on the very last day of the season is probably an incredibly good way to make yourself despise playing Marvel Snap as a game. And I'd recommend just vibing until the season resets. Worried at all about the potential power level of Evolutionary? I mean, I've been doing this long enough to know that you just, like, should chill on evaluating cards' power levels until they're actually released. We'll Gamora middle, and if she connects, we'll get a 12 power Gamora back to our hand. I'm moving Jeff, so Miles costs 1 less. Rip. Wow, and the fucking Necrotia means they don't have priority. Well played. Probably did. Hey, Elwins, thank you for the 5 years. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Hero, thank you for the tier 1, by the way. Appreciate the support. They put the real Mysterio in the middle. I was not expecting to win that one. But, we take those. Wish. Easy game, etc., etc. It's my take on Sentry. I think Sentry is like a C plus B minus card that if you really like playing it, you can play it and not feel too embarrassed. But I would never recommend anybody play it based on power level. Thanks for the 5.5 years, Frederick. Welcome back. I think there's a very real chance they made Sentry worse when they added stats to it, because they made it Shang-Chi-able. How does MMR work once you hit infinite? It's stationary from the point I got to infinite? No. So they added it, they changed it so you can't reduce your MMR from where you're entered, but you can still go up. You can find I actually played a Sentry deck to infinite this season. You can find that up on the Hoaglandia Snap channel. I think Sentry's a fun card. I've played a couple of different Sentry decks on the channel at different points. It is a fine card if you like the idea of playing it. We need to move Nightcrawler in case we draw Miles next turn, huh? So many people get so fucking defensive about their pet cards when I say they're not good. The amount of "but Jeff, this card got me to infinite this season, so you should tell me it's good" is always so weird to me when I talk about the power level of things. It's like, listen, chat, if I told you one of the cards you like playing and you got to infinite with is bad, you should take it as a compliment, because it means that you were a good enough player to succeed with an underpowered cards. Yeah, stop tying your personality to the deck that you're playing in whatever card game that you're playing. Take the compliment. If it was Cerebro 3, yeah! The only real wrong way to play a game like Snap is if you're not having fun. There's no prizes for winning more, chat. Like, especially once you're infinite, right? Like, if you're getting to infinite, just play whatever sparks joy. There's no extra rewards after that. More boosties for Gamora. I think a good bit. We're probably not going to play this deck until we split Gamora. Maybe we'll play a different Gamora deck after and keep working on her. Even that people play Galactus. The reason why Galactus is popular is because people find it incredibly fun to play. Is actually just an objective truth. I find Galactus incredibly one-dimensional and boring to play, but I am not everyone. And I can dislike something while also taking a step back and realizing that it's something other people still enjoy. Yeah. Oh. You got a Shuri over here in Limbo. That sounds useful. Let me know how that one goes for you. Something that I've talked about before, but I think a lot of people don't realize it or haven't experienced. They're not Magic players. A very common sentiment in Magic the Gathering is that fun is zero sum, which is to say the game is more enjoyable when my opponent is not having fun. So there's a lot of people who like the Galactus experience for them of making their opponent feel bad is like what they're aiming for. It's not enough for you to have enjoyment. It's your opponent also has to feel bad about what's going on. It's like the TLDR. Come here, bud. Step into Craven's office. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. No! No! Oh, no! What a fucking disaster. What a fucking disaster. Holy shit. Holy shit. Rip. What a pull. Whew. Highly trained Zola, yep. Some arrow boosters too. Our arrow is 6 or 7 splits now without an Inker Gold. She's trying. Arg, thanks for the 10 buds. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Ooh, these locations though. Hey, Death Squad, thanks for the 5 months. We're actually just doing nothing. We won all 3 locations twice in a span of 30 minutes with She-Hulk double up this morning. A deck pumps out pretty consistently large numbers. Excuse me? So confused. Oh yeah, that was totally the Agent Coulson one, wasn't it? Hello? Why wouldn't they play it behind their Cosmo?
Victory.
Interesting decision there. think we crave in the quantum realm. We'll slide some friends into there. Our lack of Jeffs and Nightcrawlers is unfortunate. We're hoping to draw Polaris, Jeff, or Nightcrawler next turn. I believe we've died. I believe we've died.
Escaped.
Oh yeah, we're only at 9 out of 50. 2x more likely to get boosters, my ass. Wake up, sheeple. The truth is out there. Yeah, Nebula Dex video is set to publish at 2 p.m. Central today, I think. It is recorded and ready to go. Yeah, 2 o'clock. I really hope they consider moving releases to new days, or to midday. I'm actually, with new cards releasing Monday at 10, all new cards are releasing Mondays at 10 p.m. Central now. I bet it's really gonna hurt. I'm kind of expecting my viewer metrics to get hurt by the change in release timing. Typically, we would have a viewer spike on Tuesday afternoons when the card would come out. And I'm kind of expecting that not to happen anymore, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the regulars will still be here regardless, but I think we're gonna lose a lot of that very typical new card hype. Maybe they're worried that the servers will overload mid-day. I promise you, it's nothing that they've put that much thought into. It's literally just that they set it up to release on the rollover and didn't fucking think about it. But significant dollary dues. It's we just didn't think about it angle. Oh, I forgot to move Jeff. I should have moved one of these in case we draw miles. I should move Nightcrawler, because that one's going to die to Killmonger anyways. Oh, that's true. Stagger out a bit. Enables it. Yeah, good. Rip. I think we're beating Killmonger. They stopped my Stegron, chat. But at what cost? At what cost did they stop the Stegron? I've reached the point in my life where I routinely turn to my spouse and say, it's 7:30 If we want to watch a movie, we need to start it now. Let's go to Robo Snake Game. Thanks for the 34 months. Yeah, my wife and I usually watch like shorter TV shows. Most content creators are playing video games during the evening and night, so that can make sense depending on the target audience. I promise you, releasing a card at 11 p.m. Eastern when the right side coast is going to bed and all of Europe is asleep is not an optimal fucking time to release new content. I promise you, I have put more thought into optimal content release times than you have, dear Twitch chatter. This one's gonna move. It's midnight GMT. They release at 8 Pacific. Is the rollover. Hey, thanks for the 6 months, Ash. Appreciate it. I'm gonna Stegron here because Baxter could end up here. Yep. Wheel! You know. We're dead here, unfortunately. Again, to the people that are like trying to justify the 10 p.m. release, I promise you, I would bet significant amounts of money there was no express we think it's better to release new content at 11 p.m. Eastern, and it was simply the new token shop now resets when the day rollover is, and the day rollover has been stuck at this time since the beta, so that's when it happens. Like when a lot of people like try and talk about like conspiracy shit, it's just like, no, the answer is not, there's not a conspiracy. It's just that nobody thought about this. And they did just like the easy thing that makes sense. That's a good one. Are we Jeffing this turn? I think we're Polarising and then we can like Lizard and Jeff next turn, right? Am I hitting this out of Cudlund now? And then next turn we'll play these two? I think that's my plan now. I'd love to hit it into Jotunheim. Antipatters, thanks for the 2 months, appreciate it. In an ideal world, you should have new content releasing either morning or afternoon US time, unless your game largely doesn't have people inside of the NA and EU. But if you have a large NAEU player base like Snap does, ideal content releases should be like morning US time, afternoon US time. That also doubles as, okay, you're releasing new content while your people are in the office during their normal workday in case something fucks up. So not only does it make sense from a where is your audience perspective, but it also makes sense from a we might have a problem that happens perspective. I have said every time it has come up that we don't know if there'll be permanent Series 5, likely until a few days before they release. They did not communicate Kang in advance. The Snap team is very much aware of the fact that their current daily reset time is not ideal. I don't have a reference offhand, but I'm pretty sure they've talked about wanting to change it, but there's technical limitations. Alright, gambit me, daddy. Again, just like the people with the conspiracy theories, please stop. I promise you it's not that deep. This is this is an interesting stat. Like I said, I'm kind of expecting this to change. So this is a 6-month average of the Marvel Snap category here on Twitch. Look at how many more viewers on average Tuesdays have compared to the other days. And that's because of the new card releases, new content spent on Tuesday. So I'm gonna be interested to see, with the cards releasing at 10 p.m. Monday night, if there's still a Tuesday bump moving forward in the category. I don't know that this site has... I don't think they show me, like, this shows daily. This is just single days highs. I don't think, does it show me hourly? Oh, this does show hourly. Okay. So this is Tuesday. Where's the 10 p.m.? I think this is, it doesn't say a time zone here, so I don't know if this is local for me. I assume this is local for me. So like, yeah, like here's consistently the peak during the day, right? Like the category's peaking around 3 to 5 o'clock, which makes sense. I'm live at 3 to 5 o'clock. Dexter usually starts to fire up around them a little bit before I sign off. That type of stuff. Am I the reason the channel is lower on the weekends? Yeah, quite possibly, because I'm basically never live on Saturday, Sundays, and I'm one of the larger people in the space. I don't know if it shows it on here. But like you could see this is a site that's different than I usually use. Like if you look at Snap for like the last 30 days, there were almost 2 million hours of Marvel Snap watched in the last 30 days. And I'm only 10% of that, right? So like me streaming or not has some impact, but it's like it's not that big of an impact, right? A little over 10% if you look at the 90-day. So to a degree, whose life what impacts it, but it's not necessarily. And if you're someone who's a data junkie like me and you want to click around on sites like that, Solido is one of my favorites. The other one's called Twitch Tracker. Twitch has a public API that tracks all metrics for people streaming on the platform. The only metric that is not trackable via the public API is Twitch subscribers. Is a metric that is not accessible on there. Hey, Parchesi, thank you for the third of a year. Welcome back. Yeah, I mean, that's probably a majority of my audience, Super Freak. People that are working professionals that work from home or can have an extra monitor up in their office. Your phone with good battery life while you're at work. Hey, nice sleep. And remember, chat, for folks that are going to be regrinding the new season, keep in mind that it's a 5-week season for May. So there's really no rush. Oh, you doubled your Wong. That's cute. Adorable. Let me know how that's going for you.
Victory.
Ooh, that's true. This upcoming season will technically be the easiest infinite climb we've ever had because it's the first 5-week season with plus 50 cubes at the breakpoints. It's a good show. The people in the Discord that tagged me asking if I could repost the deck list from today. You could go back to the beginning of the Twitch stream before it's over. If you click back on Twitch and click videos. Is now when we get prepared for saying getting to infinite isn't a real accomplishment. I mean, was it ever a real accomplishment? Maybe the accomplishments were the cubes we spewed along the way. They green goblined the raft. This is a Galactus schemer, right? Unfortunately, Miles is going to cost not one, but I want to put this input on up. Oh, rip. There's a chance this is not Galactus on the right. It's just a copy of death. This last time you played Stature. There's a Stature highlight up on the channel from just after she downgraded. Alright, have any other Gamora decks loaded up? This one? Do a little bit of this. I wanna get to a Gamora split today or tomorrow if possible. I wanna change decks up. Counterplay against Galactus always loses to any other play. Yep. That's how it be. That's just how it goes. I hit Infinite, I got a promotion at work, my wife and kids suddenly respected me, and I was awarded an honorary doctorate from Harvard. It's all true, you know? What have you been playing, Shovelman?
Wind, aid my
hand. All right, we're going second, so just do this. I think I'm just like punting. Am I punting this? I actually don't know. I might want Gamora into Titan. Do I want a Gamora into Titan or do I want a Gamora into the Vault? I think I want a Gamora into Titan. Hopefully Titania's enough to win the flooding here. How do post-game boosters work? Cards that currently are missing boosters towards their next rank up have an increased chance of getting boosters. I'm gonna put the Vault here. I expect them to play there this turn. We'll go Claw into the Flooded, and then we'll Gamora the Titan next turn. They could be playing a 6-drop this turn because the Titan is noteworthy. And Estradi, thanks for the 2 months. Appreciate the prime. I don't think this deck needs Daredevil. Usually, you have relatively deterministic paths to set up with Professor X. I don't think he adds value here. Oh my god, they rock slide into the Cosmo. Got him. Got him. Perfect. The 0 draw is great because now I'm going plus 15 in the middle. Are we beating Dr. Doom? I'm going to 19. They're going to 11. We tie their 14. We do lose to Dr. Doom, unfortunately, on the breaker. Enchantress could get us. Ooh, that's a good shout. We beat that handily. Right? Or no? We lose by 1? Oh no, we lose by 1! Rip. Atuma Matata. Wonderful booster. At least that's a card I need boosters for at some point. Yes, we are going to check out Honkai for the first time on stream this afternoon. If you're someone that enjoys my stuff, that is a sponsored segment through the Twitch bounty board, meaning they pay me out based on my viewer count throughout the segment. So if you haven't checked that out and you want to support my stuff, just hang out while we do that for an hour after Snap today. It's a great way to do so. Armor up the fist tower here. Does Sauron drop to Series 3 in May? He does not. He'll be Series 3 next month. May is all of the December card releases. I find myself playing 0 Titania on turn 2 for tempo. No, I think that's fine. Obviously, like, it depends. Like, if your opponent played a Nova on 1, I wouldn't play them for tempo on turn 2. But outside of that, it's probably fine. No, I haven't played any Honkai at all, so we're going to be checking it out for the first time today on stream. I do have an untapped affiliate link. Yeah, you can check out their tracker here. This might be a pseudo beer. The claw. No more slow mode, butt poop. Thanks for the 3rd of a year. Enchantress does shove us into a trash can here, unfortunately. Not sure there's much we can do about that. I guess I could do this. Does this beat Enchantress Middle? Because it means if the Marvel jumps, we're winning the left. The Marvel jumps right, we're winning the left. I think the 0 means we have some counterplay to Enchantress here. No, the 0 means Atuma gets to live. Yeah. Yeah, so without the 0 draw, I think we were soft to the Enchantress clearing the armor. Because it was going to get the armor in the claw. But with the 0 draw, we get to spread out and play for all 3. I think, other than my game occasionally being ruined by Galactus, the current balance patch is very reasonable. Who could have possibly foreseen that making Sandman and Shuri not be the best decks would have been good for the game? Does Atuma get affected by Enchantress? He does not. He is not ongoing. He just exists. Scruff McGruffin! 42 months talking about life, the universe, and everything else. 6 for the 3.5 years. Good to have you back. Yeah, I agree. I think if Galactus wasn't a thing and the rest of the format just existed as is, I would say this is the best format Snap has had. When's Skinny Pride releasing? With the patch on the 16th, she's supposed to be coming back. That's the real power level nerf Galactus deeds. If you're playing Galactus, you can no longer emote. Cosign that balance change. We can't play around Doctor Doom and Shang-Chi here. Oh, I could just armor the right. I guess armoring the right loses to them just making a big play there, though, and they're definitely a She-Hulk deck. All right, Shang me, daddy.
Victory.
Hedged using retreat later while in infinite. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are really bad at understanding the value of their time and being able to play more games that, like, religiously think that the optimal way to play is always retreat later. Professor X can stay on Luke's bar. Claw could also win us Luke's bar. We'll see what goes into Sakaar. That could not be great for us, depending. Got a few really bad hits here. Why do people think the Sandman deck faded? I think the losing stats was a big deal. I also think people just tend to stop playing things when they get nerfed. Yeah, I also agree with that. I don't think Sandman is a very interesting deck to play. Meaning, if it's not, like, clearly the best deck, a lot of people are going to shy away from it. Oh, Space Stone means that playing this Titania out's a little loose. Hey, thank you for the 24-month Sunset Bleach. Good to have you back. Why don't we ladies sit first? Oh, yeah, that's true. We should have done it the other way to lock their location. Good shout. Well, I guess them Space Stoning again makes it a little harder. Okay, I think we do this, and then we just hope that Destroyer wins the right? I'm pretty sure it's a 700 gold Destroyer variant. Professor X will stop Titania from jumping across the board here, which is ideal. It's a rare you get out of a cache. Okay, sweet. Looking forward to opening my caches here in another week. Just seven more days till I can open my boxes without spewing value. You see the rarity of a variant whenever you examine the artwork now. That's kind of like a best case for us, right? Is Destroyer more stats or is Gamora more stats? Gamora is plus 11. Destroyer is also plus 11. Destroyer is better. It's just a wash, right? Is Armor Atuma more? Armor Atuma is also plus 11. If they Odin leader, Destroyer is better. That's true, actually. Destroyer is also better into a Goblin. Yeah, good call. Lose it by 2. All of our plays ended us on 14 here, unfortunately. The claw. How many claw splits do I have? I think I have very many. Can't remember. Ooh, I do actually have a few. Okay. If we get to 90 boosties on him, we can get an ink on that one. All right, do we put him to red border then, so he's more likely to get boosters? Probably looks pretty good in red too. So again, if your card is missing boosters towards being able to split again, it's twice as likely. So 15 more and we can split this. We're collection level 19,999. Puts us to an even 20k for a screenshot. Why is it more likely? Because the system makes it more likely. Well, I hate that I have the 62 here next to it. It's unfortunate. Akira the Dad, thank you for the quarter of a year. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Collection level 20,000 in hashtag Marvel Snap. Would like to dedicate my success to hard work, determination, and vigorously swiping my credit card until it practically melted. Still no Series 5 cards from Collector Reserves. That one deserves an upside down afterwards, right? Dedicate my success to hard work, determination, vigorously swiping my credit card until it practically melted. We good? We good? Chat, if you subject yourself to the hellscape that is Twitter, there's the tweet for you to engage with. Go! Go, my children! Engage! Engage! Your expected Series 5 cards from reserves is 1 per 4,800 collection levels, but I had 7,300 collection levels before they added that system. So I've only gained about 13,000 levels since you could get Series 4 or 5 cards. Alright, Jeff is definitely getting a little fishy at Fist Tower. Is that all? Only 13,000. You got 2 within 1,000 collection levels. Listen, are you trying to get banned in my chat? Why you have to be so mean? What did I do to you? Okay, what if we like set this up to like go Professor X here into Destroyer into one of these two, right? Sounds good. Exergy Gaming, thank you for the half a year. And Akira the Dad, thank you for the quarter of a year. Alright, I'm gonna storm now and lock out of some space here.
Wind, aid my hand. Enchantress.
I know this play looks a little weird, but I think I'm destroyering on 6. Why no Daredevil? Yeah, basically that, Hollywood. You have, like, Jeff to make up for a bad Professor X after the fact, and you're, like, not gambling with him too often. Obviously, there's some games where you, like, take a little bit of a risk, but I just don't think you need Daredevil to consistently make good choices with this build. Oh, rip. Hopefully it's like a Carnage over here. Please be Carnage's last card. Rip. Blah.
Escaped.
Yes, Jeff would die when moving into Fist Tower. He's adorable, he's not immortal. How do you get double chances for boosters on cards? Your card needs to need boosters towards its next level. If it's at like 35 out of 50, it is twice as likely to get boosters, which again is still not likely, right? Like twice as likely is 2 out of 13 instead of 1 out of 12. So you're guaranteed to get Series 4 cards, Burial Vibe. It's literally impossible to be unlucky when it comes to getting Series 3 and 4 cards. They show up in predetermined groups along your level, your collection track levels. You know, Enchantress is balanced at 4-6, or should she be back down to a 4-5? I don't think we know the answer to that question yet. The jury is still out. Are you considering getting ultimate variants via the bundle for $100, or is $50 for them still too much? So here's the thing. They're still $150 because if I'm not spending if I'm spending any amount of collector's tokens on an ultimate variant, that means I need to get more collector's tokens later to get the actual card releases I want to buy. So it doesn't matter that this particular ratio is what it is if I'm going to continue to pick up every new release. Thought you had enough to stay current. Yeah, but staying current assumes I'm buying bundles and turning them into new tokens for new cards. Like, if you're someone that's getting every card right when it releases, any ultimate variants you want to buy past that is at whatever rate your tokens come at past 18 to 24,000 tokens in a month. Which tokens get progressively more expensive the more you want in a given period of time. Because you eventually run out of the higher value bundles and deals. There's only so many things you can spend on that. Like, people like to call me a whale or whatnot, but like, I spend way less than a lot of other Snap creators do. Like, Dexter's got several ultimate variants at this point. Privy, thanks for the 5 buns. I buy like the 1200 gold variants on occasion, but even those aren't something I buy all of the time. Very, very content with a number of my pickups. You weren't pull 3 complete, would you buy Dog Cat? I mean, I bought Dog Cat and I am pull 3 complete. Yeah, there's also a handful of people like Super Tech God. He has literally every variant in the game. All of them. How much money did he spend? 5 figures. Every variant. He's not the only one. There's another person that doesn't make content, but they're on Snap Twitter a lot, that they have every variant in the game as well. I think I actually just Professor here to lock this down and stop their Nova from blowing up. Yeah, 617. They are another... They bought everything. Okay, and I don't think they can add 5 here. And Gamora into Satania is actually more than Destroyer is on the right. This is 17 versus 15, and I don't kill my squirrel. Yeah, like someone asked how much I spent. I spent probably close to 4,500 at this point, lifetime on Snap. Yes, you also just don't spend that much. You're also playing a ton too. Is accurate. Get fucked. Rip. Cheaper than Arena. It's actually a little bit more expensive than Arena. Just for the sake of metrics. Arena typically cost me I believe it's in the range of 20 grand to pick up every variant currently in the game. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that was the number. Arena, I typically spent somewhere between 2 and 3 grand per year. So snap at 4,500 for the last year now is a bit more than that. Yes, and those numbers are still cheaper than actual gacha games like Diablo Immortal or Raid Shadow Legends. Is there a date with Kitty Pride? You know, I almost played these fucking rocks out here too, but I was like, nah, that shouldn't matter. Narrator, it mattered. Rip. I think my second year will be cheaper because you already have the cards. Yes, loosely, it will cost me about right around $200 a month to keep getting every card right on release in Marvel Snap. So yes, the second year for content stuff will be cheaper.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Has it been a rough set for us? Change things up. I kind of wanted claw boosters. Yes, 200 a month to stay max on game pieces is, again, much cheaper than a lot of others. I kind of wanted to farm more Gamora boosters. Maybe we need some change up for the sake of variety. Yeah, let's give this one a try. It does take a lot to get to max. That is accurate. I should have snapped before this flipped up. Yeah? Oh, shit. I didn't think about the machine world. Now I don't get Carnage back to my hand. I guess I can beast it back. And then I'll get to Carnage into the cloning bats again on 5 and then have a big one on 6 for the middle. Should I be spamming Demon into Vats? Yeah, eventually we will. I want to tee up the Carnage first, though. This deck is sparkly. Yeah, this deck's got a lot of good cosmetics in it. Okay, so Demon like this. Play for all 3. Saying that something is objectively expensive kind of shows a misunderstanding of how different people think of things as expensive. $200 is subjectively expensive for a lot of people, but it is not objectively expensive because it's not a lot of money for a subset of people. It's not a thing that you can measure objectively. It's deeply subjective, both based on intrinsic value that different things have to different people, and different budgets and incomes that people have that allow them different spendings. Yeah, it's a very, very big misunderstanding of the word objective. That is accurate. That's not too big of a rip, because we'll have Killmonger to clean this out. $200 is a single meal in Bay Area, Cali. Yeah, my wife and I, we spent a weekend in Chicago recently for our 10-year anniversary. And I think every meal that we ate that weekend for takeout was like, I don't know, probably $70 to $100. And it's not like we were eating anywhere particularly fancy, right? Like we went to Flat Top and like this small place that like served breakfast. I thought you lived in Chicago. I live 2 hours south of Chicago. If you ask me, the place that I live is called Central Illinois. If you ask people who live in Chicago, they'd tell you I live in Southern Illinois. Illinois is a very tall and narrow state. It takes like close to double-digit hours to drive it top to bottom. Like New Yorkers trying to define upstate New York. Yep. I think you mean long and narrow, not tall and narrow. They literally mean the same thing. Stop it, pedantic gamer. Bad. By that logic, nothing is objectively expensive because Warren Buffett exists. Yes, that's literally the fucking point that I was making. Is that costs and things being expensive or not are subjective. Congratulations on rubbing your two brain cells together and reaching the point. So that was the point of what we were talking about.
Escape.
I think we're dead here. The Sarah decks usually have some way to get into locations like these. Yeah, poor Hood didn't want to show up to the bar. We don't mind playing into the Eternity range here because we have Carnage. I think if you're playing for keeps, you snap the Killmonger Sunspot most of the time here. Yeah, I could cord Carnage left. I guess that's just the most resource efficient. I just really don't have any good plays because I don't want to tempo Enchantress anywhere, and I don't want to Demon until after I Killmonger. Wow, fucking rip. Because the losing the Eternity Rage means I can't Enchantress here now. Yeah, take your cube.
Escape.
If that hadn't been Eternity Rage, we would have still been fine. Because we would have gotten to go Enchantress into Killmonger and clean him out. But the location variance got us there. Zabu into Hawk is a snap on Asgard, I think. That's something, when I traveled to play a lot of Magic the Gathering tournaments back in the day, the international part of my audience often failed to grasp like how big the United States is. Because I would often hear, oh, you're so lucky to live in the United States, there's so many Magic tournaments there. And it's like, well, yeah, there's a lot of tournaments here, but like, you have to travel really far to get to a lot of them, right? Like when I was traveling to play Magic tournaments, it was very common for me to drive anywhere from 4 to 10 hours one way to get to where we were going to play. And that was only traveling inside of the Midwest and the East Coast. If you wanted to go out west, you had to fly. What's the top finish I had in a tournament? In the Star City Games Open Series that I played on, I held the incredibly coveted title of most event top 8 finishes without ever winning one. I may or may not be lying when I say it was most coveted title. Wow, that's heckin' rude. Technically a tempo positive play for us, but still incredibly rude. More Mim, thanks for the 5 months. Appreciate the prime. You were consistent but unlucky. Accurate. Are we playing Hawk out and exposing it to Shang-Chi? I think so. It's just resource efficient this turn. Hey, Godhammer, thank you for the brand new prime. Appreciate the support. My Hawk's bigger than your Hawk. Neener, neener, neener. That means we're dead. I definitely don't want to stay for a game here where New York is going on. I think we're dead regardless, but definitely not gambling on this one. High Evolutionary is easily the most exciting card this month, 5 across. Five months of politics and how to be a decent human being and occasionally card games. Thank you for the 5, Mormon. Subbing to Jeff is objectively the best use of Prime. I don't know about that, but it's definitely objectively true that you take $350 from Jeff Bezos every time you use a Prime sub, so if you're not using them here, make sure you use them somewhere. For the brand new one, Godhammer. Oh, I guess that's a lie too. You only take $350 from Jeff Bezos with a Prime sub if you're giving it to someone like me who has a better contract. Smaller streamers actually only get $250. That's Twitch and reasons. Your new Prime at differing payouts. Yeah, so it's just the 75, it's just a 70% cut basically. Prime is the same as a regular tier 1 sub, and regular tier 1 subs give more to people with the better contracts. How much does Amazon Prime cost to the US? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the answer to that question. Enchantress just in this deck as a tech card. Yep. Is there a series drop today? No, series drops don't happen when the season rolls over. Series drops happen when the patch happens. It's like 120 plus per year for Prime. 140? 140, it looks like, Jet saying. They beasted back their monster. Okay. Bolder than I wasn't willing to do that. I think I want to kick rocks up again and just like clog their board. Has Prime been going up every year? Yeah, everything goes up every year. Is the next release High Evolutionary? They technically haven't announced the order the new releases are coming this month. We should get an in-client news notification that has it when the season rolls over. LaCarp, thank you for the almost 4 years. Welcome back. I do not get a discount on Prime for being a Twitch streamer. I have priority here. Think we're winning the right. 4 cards in deck. Does this win the left? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, the new season is super late. We were talking earlier about how the new season, the season rollovers are way too late. I'm gonna destroy my sleep pattern and be up late for the season reset tonight, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Victory.
Is there anything more peak Marvel Snap move deck than play Heimdall, lose the game? Any recommendations for a deck trying to get the last leg to infinite? I would actually strongly recommend against trying to grind to infinite on the last day. I think trying to get to infinite on the last day of the season is a great way for you to hate playing Marvel Snap. And things will spark likely way more joy for you if you just chill. What if I do this? I may basically just like can't play into the Gulia. They're an Infinite gamers, the problem here. Oh, that's fine. This one's the game. Ah, never lucky river ducky. Rip. We're gonna start Honkai in about an hour. Have there been any news on another variant rush or something like that? They've actually communicated that they do not intend to do a variant rush again.
Wind, aid my
Because the
hand.
previous variant rush caused players to hoard reserves, and that is behavior they do not want to encourage. Which is good. Yeah? Yeah. But you're gonna hoard your reserves when Series 3 cards drop anyways. I mean, you shouldn't be doing that. It doesn't really do much meaningful for you, but you're allowed to, sure. Jeff's gonna be the last card that they play. We'll tie the left, we'll win the break or win the game. Spectrum can get us, sure. And the reason why it's like not really meaningful to hoard reserves for Series 3 drops is at most, let's say there's a huge outlier, and at most 5 cards drop to Series 3 that you don't have. Usually it's going to be somewhere between 1 and 3 cards that you don't have. But let's say there's all 5 you're missing. It's a big drop month. Even if you're missing all 5, you get 10 Series 3 cards a month from reserves. So you're going to have at most all of those cards, even if you're holding nothing, in less than 2 weeks, because you get one of them for free right away for your 1 free Series 3 card per month. And then the other 4, you're going to get out of boxes incidentally very quickly. So you don't really save yourself a ton other than like half a week of, what, not hoarding reserves again? And for the record, even the small amount of hoarding that those cause, they know that that's bad as well, and they've stated that their eventual goal is to make it so cards downgrade every week. $10 cards per month. And yes, that's assuming you collect every free piece of currency over the course of a month. Yeah, Series 4 complete's a little bit different. Because if you're Series 4 complete, you're kind of giving up 3,000 tokens. So I would hold if you were Series 4 complete and there's Series 4 downgrades coming for you. That one I would recommend. There's a significant resource delta there that's not just a very small amount of time. So if you have everything currently in Series 4 and you don't want to risk bricking a Series 4 open, that one makes a lot of sense because you only get 1 Series 4 open per month free to play from the track. You don't want to brick that one. You know if they'll ever get series drop in line with the season changeover. I have communicated the feedback to Second Dinner via my private channels that it would be ideal if the card drops lined up with the series downgrades. However, if you all also feel that way, you should also send that feedback via Discord, Twitter, or whatever other means you communicate with Second Dinner. So I agree that ideally those should all line up. Will it be the patch later this month? We get some more idea about the July cards. We have the July cards data mined already. For my YouTube content on upcoming card releases, I think I'm waiting to do my review until closer to the start of July to see what metrics look like. The last couple of these are upcoming cards that were like over a month out. Didn't perform super well on the YouTube side, so I want to try something a little different there. Oh, July. Sorry, yeah, we know June. Sorry, my months are crossed. You're correct. We don't know July currently. June is Spider Month. I have to decide. Do I want to play all of these out and then have a single 5 next turn? Or do I want to play one of my big ones out and then have, you know, Miles plus a 5? The upside to playing all 3 of these here is that it means a more expensive card comes into play in Grand Central. So I think that's my line. Okay. Well. Just do this, right? And make one big play. It should be smaller than the 24 I'll be on the left. July will probably be the Marvels after the movie comes out. Oh, sweet! Miss Marvel's a card that's been data mined but hasn't been released yet. Hopefully she's the season pass card, because I'd like to brew with her a little bit. She's, her data mine is a 3-cost, 4-power card that if she's your only card at her location, she gives adjacent locations +5. Well, that doesn't come out till November. Wow, way to get me excited. Rude Twitch chat. Okay. It's at level 500. How should I think about buying cards using tokens? So, the one kind of bigger thing to note about using tokens is that some cards are perpetually Series 5. If you check out my tier list breakdown for 4 and 5 stuff that I just updated here, I break down which ones. But those are kind of the go-to for optimal Series 5 cards to get. Well, that's rude. Okay, this actually works out. So I could Stegron, hit Scarlet Witch, and then we could go Angela, Jeff Miles next turn. There's some risk of hitting Scarlet Witch into Sanctum. That's fine. We win our coin flips here. Professionalism, chat. Professionalism. If you were playing for keeps here, we would snap before Jeff flips up. They could also be a Doctor Doom deck, though. So they might not be too worried about Sanctum themselves. Honestly, the play patterns of both Kang and Galactus are kind of mediocre, in my opinion. So, like, if you're someone that's like, I don't know if I'm supposed to, like, get Jeff or if I'm supposed to get the big bad, I would just follow your heart and get Jeff. This card is sweet, and it goes in so many different things.
Victory.
What do you think of buying Jeff or buying High Evolutionary? I think if High Evolutionary is confirmed, and we should know this later tonight, to be the last release this month, you're gonna have 6,000 tokens before it releases again. You get like 6,000 tokens a month free to play. Here's some Gamora boosties. 23 more till our split. Headline's been popping up a lot for us. Feels good, man. I think both the May and June cards both look really fantastic. Looking forward to both sets. I'm moving Nightcrawler because Diablo Space might be about to kill Cudlun, and I want to get the +2 here. Pushing the button before Lady Enchantress shows Morbius the door. I bought Kang and I've never used him once. I bought Jeff and he's been in almost every deck. Yeah, I'm trying to make a point to like only feature Jeff decks on the YouTube channel every other day. But if I'm being honest, it's been kind of difficult. Did you buy Stegron or Jeff? I think Jeff is much better than Stegron. I think Stegron's playable. That's why we've got him in this deck, but Jeff is definitely the better card. Okay, they went down to one card in hand. They drew Chavez. I arrow here. They'll be +2. I'm +4. We win.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah? Okay. I like that they snapped, that they didn't lock their play, so. Usually these decks are just Chavez. Gotta be fucking kidding me. What a fucking lucker. Yeah, Gamora boosters chat. So really, we've accomplished our goal. Opponent is, that's true, a big part. A big part of deck building is making sure your deck matches your variants. How do you get access to the subscriber Discord server? You gotta go into your Discord account settings and choose to link your subscribe Twitch account there. And it'll pop up for you. Nebula will be the best one drop in the game. I don't know about best, but top 5 is probably a good take. Rewarded for waiting on Enchantress. I ultimately waited on Enchantress here because I wanted to Enchantress my own lizard. Is it Monkey viable without Mysterio and Falcon? Falcon is whatever. You need Mysterio. Do I want to lock myself into this many stats in the middle? What if I do this? This leaves us some flexibility next turn. Let's do that. They have Chavez and 12 power Apocalypse. Does Jeff bark? He is kind of like Shark Dog. Which is a show I've been subjected to courtesy of my toddler. Are we a little short here into their thing? No, the lizard gets bigger, right? Close game. Is there any way to counter Dracula's effect without giving the opponent a bigger hand size? There is not currently.
Victory.
Have a lot of discard opponents this morning. Yeah, I think the Dracula, the Hella deck we played against before, this isn't super common, but the Dracula Modok deck has pretty reasonable stats. I think it's a fine deck in the format. Chahari, thank you for the 5 months, by the way. Appreciate that. My Nebula deck recommendations video is going to go up here at 2 o'clock in about an hour and a half. And every Nebula deck in my Nebula deck recommendations is also playing armor. Much like when you're playing Sunspot, you realistically just need to have protection for your good 1-drops if you expect to use them. My favorite Master Mold deck, just something with Ronin. We try and hit Mr. Fantastic into the Nexus. Skill game. Okay, so they're Cerebro 2. So their Nexus there is going to get larger here. Kind of bad for us. I have a lot of big numbers here. We're going to start with Honkai in about 45 minutes. I'm curious to see what our numbers look like for that. It's new and it's relatively popular, but my audience is primarily for snaps, so we'll see how that goes. Enchantress, please. I think we're just dead here most of the time. It's only plus 12 over here. If they have Cerebro plus Mystique, they go plus 16. I guess they're not guaranteed to have both. It's also true, if you're someone that's been enjoying Honkai already, make sure you link your Honkai account to your Twitch account settings, because there's drops enabled, so you'll get some free stuff inside of Honkai Star Rail for watching the stream when we switch to that. Okay. Oh, this could be a lose the Nexus, lose the game angle. They have a lot more numbers than us. Yeah, I think it's a lose the Nexus, lose, or win the Nexus, lose the game angle. And the Baku. Drops for Star Rail, not for Snap. The Snap team has said that enabling drops is something that's on their eventual to-do list, but no time frame on that. The two big features that the Snap team is looking to ship in the short term is that next month, the June patch is supposed to be bringing with Conquest as well as the PC widescreen UI. What's Conquest? Conquest is going to be similar to the battle mode that we have now, but will be similar to battle mode that we have now, but will be a queue for it. So, do I actually Craven Fisk Tower here and just like shove their shit into it? Obviously, we won't enable it with any of our move cards, but we're gonna shove some of theirs around here. Come here, bud. Oh, that doesn't work? Seriously? Fuck, well, today I learned. That's so lame. Why doesn't that work? Because when it moves here, destroy it. When a card moves here, it gets +2 power. That's a horrible interaction. That's gotta be a bug, right?
Target locked. Oh, snap. Victory.
Move decks can't have nice things. Yeah, you wouldn't want Craven to run rampant over the format. They're keeping the Craven oppressors at bay. For people that weren't watching closely, we had Craven in Fisk Tower, and then Polaris pulled their 1-drop into Fisk Tower and it died, but it moving into Fisk Tower and dying didn't trigger Craven. Which is not the behavior I would expect from that interaction. Yeah, Electro is statistically Galactus these days. The Sandman Electro ramp decks have become less popular. By the way, talking about schedules and stuff, with the season rollover tonight, I'm not doing a 12-hour stream straight through this time, but I am doing a double stream. So if you come back tonight after the season rolls over, we'll be back live here again. We're gonna do another 45 minutes of stat. We're gonna do an hour or two of Honkai. Then I'll be back for, what's it called tonight? Yeah, I just don't have any counterplay to Galactus here, unfortunately. What are time zones? About 10 hours the season rolls over. Nine and a half hours. All right, lads. To the left, to the left. Everybody's gonna move to the left. Do 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 do. We need to get an inked Jeff chat to go along with the inked movement friends here. Yeah, I need a Jeff variant. Hopefully these Jeff variants aren't gonna escape me like the Angela variants escaped me. Yet I've yet to see one in the shop. How do you know when a card will be inked or gold? Well, you never know for sure, but your first chance to get an inked split is your 4th split of a card, and your first chance to get gold is a 5th split of the card. You gotta play a lot and spend a lot. Yeah, still no Angela variant. Still no Angela. Still just this anime Angela. So, when I have Angela in hand, I don't like playing Nightcrawler on 1, because I'd rather play Nightcrawler on 3 so he can trigger Angela. And you get identical splits. No, they're always different. Well, yep. I think we're actually just vibing here, right? So how does this work? We win the breaker. We lose to anything that plays power here, or that changes the location. On average, is it Nebula 1-1? Nope. Oh, sorry, 1-7 eyes. The average 1-7's high. 3 to 5 is probably accurate if you play her on 1. Remember, you're only 33% to have your 1 drop on 1. Not super likely. Disruptive, pseudo-disruptive. I mean, like, if they end up winning the path that she's in, was she really that disruptive? Lizard Electro. Oh god, how does this work? I think these trigger left to right, so Stegron ends right. Cloak does unfortunately mean that they're Galactus. And they have priority, so I think we're just dead if they have it. That's kind of how the game works. Hilarious to move the lizard, right? I mean, they have priority, so if they have Galactus, we're just dead.
Kneel before Galactus. Escaped.
The classic long tank into easy optimal play. Galactus versus Thanos, which deck typically wins? Well, the thing about that is Galactus, when you say versus Thanos, there really isn't one particular Thanos deck. Like, Thanos has a few different things that he does that are kind of dynamic and interesting. Whereas, like, when you say Galactus deck, that makes sense because Galactus basically only ever does one thing. Alright. So it's kind of like Death just walked in because Thanos is turned on here for the opponent. I think we just arrow. It could also be Lizard Polaris. We could also Polaris in the middle, and I'm like hoping Jeff plus Craven here is enough, and then Enchantress cleans up the middle. I kind of like that, actually.
All systems go.
All right, Steggy boy. I believe, Steggy boy. Oh, Steg! Oh, Steg! No, lag. Sorry, my opponent's having a seizure live on stream. Like, what is wrong with people? Like, they won a coin flip. This time stone won regardless of where it went. And if we hit any of these three, we were 50%. So we were what, like 60% to win this game? We had a 25%er and then a 50%er. Also, just like the spamming the snap emote when no one snapped. Like, what are we doing here? Messiah, thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate it. I'd pay 1,000 gold in the shop for a mute all button. Raise. I'd pay 10,000 gold in the shop for a mute all button. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Am I doing that? Maybe we're saving that for the last turn. Maybe it's actually these two. And then we Vision, and then we Enchantress plus Jeff or Enchantress plus Lizard. Yeah, that's the play. All right, wait. What if instead of visioning, I arrow to stop them from Ant-Manning? Is this the play? I guess I lose here if they Spectrum. Maybe it's just both Jeffs into here. I think this is better. You're supposed to double Jeff left. Wow, they had something on Rickety Bridge. That's fine though, right? Alright, time for my favorite Pokemon to win another game of Marvel Snap. Enchantress, I choose you! The Enchantress that has 6 positive hits in one path. Maybe a scotch above average. Losing Jeff, Sedge. Right, Nightcrawler's our best possible draw next turn. This Twitch stream pre-recorded in front of a live audience, etc., etc. Alright, Steggy boy. Let's kick the Sentinel to the right. Why not Polaris, right? Because I don't know. I want to be resource efficient this turn. I also don't really want to commit another card to this location. I don't think just yet. Hey, Rubber Dan TV. Thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Vision with Angela and Craven. Is it just actually one of my favorite actually one of my favorite things in Snap right now. Basically getting to play an 11 power Craven. So the problem here is, well, I guess they can't go Mystique Coulson because they've already aged Coulson. No, they could go Mystique Moon Girl, right? Yeah, the gold vision background while the card is inked looks real good. The problem with this is I'm losing to Mystique here into Moon Girl somewhere else. I guess we'll stay for a cube, but yeah. This is why this deck that our opponent is playing is one of the best at the moment. I think they fucked up though. They definitely, I guess they were worried about, Enchantress. I feel like they were supposed to play for here. Actually, I actually would have won this if we would have put Arrow here, right? You could definitely play this deck without Stegron. I think Jeff is not replaceable, but you could swap Stegron for like Jug. Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to play Mystique on the left. I think that was a mistake on their part. Again, gonna just vibe on the Nightcrawler for a turn so we can play it out to a path to trigger Angela. I think I'm giving up Asgard for the sake of... Well, is that right? I guess I have vision of something getting killed after. Maybe I'm supposed to play for Asgard. Do you recommend Stegron? I think Stegron is a fine playable card. You want to see how I think Stegron compares to other Series 4 and 5 cards? I have an updated tier list fresh for May up on the YouTube channel now. Craven's about to do some numbers here in the middle. Any theory craft on high Evo decks? I'll have a video up on that closer to its release, but we don't know how long until it comes out yet. Evo's definitely the most interesting of the releases this month. There's a lot you can do there. Well... well, we get an 8-power Vulture at least. Probably conceded with both Cravens flipped up, so our opponent's just taking fucking forever. I must say, banning someone after their first chat message is rude feels a lot more satisfying knowing that they had to wait 10 minutes after following the stream to only get banned with their shithead message being posted for less than 30 seconds. So I hope your 10-minute wait to get your half a second of message in chat was worthwhile, dickhead. Cable out of the Plunder Castle here. This is a copy of Jeff for them. That was a person that emote spammed us with Thanos. Oh, they were ghosting. That makes sense. That makes sense. Do I review bans? Yeah, we unban people periodically. Easy win, right? Because if they play one thing here, it gets yanked to the middle and then we win. They probably don't have 6 drops in their deck. What's the funniest unban request? Yeah, we make some of the... We make some of the... we make some of the better unban requests into chat memes. My favorite are the alt-right shitheads that complain about being banned from my Twitch shit on the internet as fascism. Because, as is the case, they don't know the definitions of words. That's why everything that they dislike is socialism. Yeah, sometimes that deck does play She-Hulk, that's true. They might be debating if that's enough to win. We could get Shang-Chi on the Craven here. Are we still good? I think we're still good. When your 10 power Craven gets shagged, but it's fine. Hollywood K, thank you for the brand new tier 1. Appreciate it. Not everything they don't like is socialism, some of it is woke. That's true. As someone who suffers from the woke mind virus, I often forget that the woke sickness is out there taking us. Jiv! Jiv! Not my Jiv. I did see the court filings where DeSantis' lawyers were forced to define the word woke. And it was amusing to see them on paper write down that they know it's a shitty definition for terrible people, basically. Am I moving this? I think I'm moving this. And then we like Miles plus Stag next turn and get a 6-drop. They might be filling the raft here on this. Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately here, the Cosmo means that we're just dead. There was a 128 player community snap tournament over the weekend, and all 4 of the top 4 decks were Patriot Ultron decks, and the 2 Patriot Ultron decks that made it to the finals were both playing Cosmo to stop Enchantress from turning off their deck. And that definitely is not an accident. Cosmo, in its long, dark history throughout Marvel Snap, is more frequently used as an anti-interactive card than it is as an interactive card. Very, very consistently. Wasn't that before the OTA patch? No, it was this past weekend. The OTA patch was Thursday. I have a link to it. It's not offhand. It was on the Twitters. A sweet agent. Did those decks also run Super Scroll? Yes. Yeah, there were Super Scrolls going on. And we're supposed to leave here. This is a part where we get 4 Gamora boosters, leaving us at 49 out of 50. Yeah, Cosmo disappeared for a little bit when, what's it called, left, Shuri? Squirrels are not great for us. How does Super Scroll work if both players haven't been playing? I don't know offhand. Are any viable move decks out there? I think this current deck that we're playing is viable. But as for like multiple man style move decks, no, I don't think those decks are really competitive. Let's stagger on their center squirrel. We either fill Stark Tower or we trigger our Kraven, and either way that feels like a win. Kraven's always been a strong card to weak archetype. Yeah, I think that's a good take. Let's do this, and then we can Enchantress the Lizard next turn to get rid of its ongoing. And Polaris will trigger Miles already, so I can leave Nightcrawler here to get bigger.
All systems go.
I think the upcoming June cards will improve move enough. I think if the upcoming June cards don't improve move enough, there's no saving the archetype without a buff, so hopefully. They're gonna play 2 cards here, right? So I think it's actually just Arrow here, Spider-Man here, right? Does Arrow here, Spider-Man here beat Moon Girl or Mystique into Moon Girl? It would be a 12 power Mystique, putting them to 23. And I would be at 8, 15, 18, 23. Enchantress better? Yeah, probably. That's what I'm counting, chat. I'm counting is the Enchantress better instead of just slamming it. I guess if that's what we're expecting, the Enchantress gets both of them, right? So that's probably fine. What is with retreat leader gamers inside of Infinite? Who hurt them? What made them decide my time is so incredibly meaningless? They're building good habits for tournaments. I would bet significant amounts of money none of those people are ever going to play in tournaments. Will I also be checking out DC Dual Force? That is the ideal card for Iceman to hit, because when he reduces his cost, he don't care. Yeah, I'll probably check out Dual Force on stream at some point. Good habits for regular rank play. So again, I'm going to go on a little bit of a ramble here, because a lot of people aren't good at numbers and don't think this through. But if you are playing on the Marvel Snap ladder, it is always wrong to retreat later. And the reason for this is, while retreating later increases the amount of cubes you can expect to get per game, retreating later also reduces the amount of games you play per hour. So even though your cubes per game go up when you are retreating later, your total amount of cubes per hour goes down because the amount of extra cubes you get back compared to the raw number of extra games you could be playing is not a good ratio. So you cost yourself cubes over your play session by retreating later. yes, the DC game releasing on PC only to start makes me think it's definitely going to be more niche than Snap is. A lot of Snap success is because it's on mobile. I think this wins most of the time. Whatever retreat later shifts your per game or cube rate from negative to positive, though, then you just need to get better at playing fucking Snap or play a better deck. If it's shifting it that much. The amount of times that retreat later actually saves you a cube versus just wasting a bunch of time there for you is so incredibly small. Bud. Yes, the upcoming DC card game is called DC Dual Force.
Victory.
Yeah, I think you could also, like, a lot of people talk about how you should always be retreating later, but the reality is, on top of that, you can look at a game board and go, okay, this is a game that's actually kind of fucking close. I could see a world where my opponent reasonably also wants to retreat here, so I'll tap the button in this instance. When I'm climbing, you'll actually see me use retreat later some incredibly small amount of the time when the game board's really close and both players could be in an unlucky spot. And I think that's fine. But the game is very obviously heavily in favor of one player, and it's not you and you're retreating. Like, why are you wasting everybody's time using retreat later? They're not leaving. I think if you want to take it from the perspective of, if you want to take it from the perspective, okay, this game's really close, and this might be one of those 1 in 1,000s where we both do it, sure. And you know what? And here's the thing. Even with me doing it that way, with me only retreating later in spots like that where it looks really fucking close, I've never saved a cube using retreat later. Ever. Ever. It's never fucking worked. And I play a lot of fucking Marvel Snap. Like, thousands of hours at this point. I just, like, what is going through someone's fucking mind to have me tell you something that I keep track of has never happened for me, and then someone being like, no, it's happened for you. Like, fucking gamers, man. Just actually wild. I would believe that some of you at home have had it happen. I believe you if you say you've had it come up for you personally. Sure, I believe you in that. But it also doesn't change the fact that it's never happened for me. If it happened for you, good for you. Is a good response.
Victory.
Would it be better if you hit retreat later and your opponent retreats now? Shouldn't you win the game? No. No. Jeff, people in chat are lower than MMR than you, and retreat incorrectly and it could save them a cube. I would actually argue the lower MMR you are, the even less likely retreat later is to work, because people at shit tier MMRs don't know why they should be retreating, so they don't fucking leave the game. In order to retreat in Marvel Snap, you have to know the range of cards that beat you and know the likelihood that your opponent could have those cards. If you aren't good at Marvel Snap, you are far less likely to be using the retreat function. But I put Craven right with the Bifrost. I didn't want to put it into Clintar. Oh, I guess I should have put it in Clintar so it slid here. Yeah, that's true. I should have played him center. That's a good shout. Joke's on you, Jeff. I retreat later or not based on a gut feeling, so I don't want to count the cards. More power to you. And as bears repeating, the only truly wrong way to play Marvel Snap is if you're not enjoying yourself. So you know what? If you're someone who feels like clicking the retreat later button is giving you some sort of interesting, meaningful edge, more fucking power to you. Waste your own time and feel smart if it makes you feel smart. Go hog fucking wild. What's Titania on the right? So annoying. I'm moving Jeff because I want a Miles next turn. I think I'm just doing this. It's like believing in God. If it makes you feel better, great. Just don't try and convince me to use it. Oh man, that's a good one. Just don't try and convince me to use it. Yeah, we can shut down the stream. We're done here. All right, what if I do this and they Shang-Chi me in the middle? They're a Shuri deck. They don't play Shang-Chi, right? Oh, they're playing Goose? Goose is so weird in their deck. Got me. Almost played Miles here. Saving for Evo, good idea. It looks like a sweet card that's gonna enable a pretty wide range of things. Where are my Gamora boosters, chat? We'll have to try again another day, I suppose. All right. We are checking out